Hello there, James. Great to see you on the course. That's fantastic. And even better to see you taking action and actually doing the tasks. That's wonderful. Okay, so looks like there might have been a misunderstanding here. Ideally, I would have liked it, say, to be like this, with a capitalization here, full sentences and stuff. But don't worry. I guess you interpreted like rough essay just as your thoughts, putting it into action. Excuse me. So don't worry. Let's just try and write it a little bit more neater next time. But don't worry, it's fine. It's like first essay. So let's go. Reading is vital to the development of a child. Yet there are some other activities assisting students to acquire various skill sets. Good. Firmly agree with the idea that taking part in a wide range of activities besides reading should be encouraged. This essay will discuss examples from playing chess and team sports to demonstrate the points and support arguments. Good. Firstly, playing chess can stimulate logical reasoning and patience for students. Good. It is due to the fact that chess requires substantial reasoning abilities. Good. For instance, a recent study by the British Medical Association, capital A, shows that casual young players of chess outperform their counterparts by 20% in tests of intelligence quotient. Good. Therefore, if children are immersed into chess, they will develop solid skills that cannot be achieved by reading alone. Brackets. By reading is also fine, but we could also say by reading alone. Good work there. In the next essay, put full stop here, capital T. I think this was just misunderstanding with the task assignment, but don't worry. Or some editing problem, but yeah, next time, just make sure it's like, full stops, capital letters at the beginning, spaces between the paragraphs. Let's carry on. Secondly, team sports are another major activity which can nurture cognitive and leadership skills of children. Good. This is largely because team sports require collaboration between members. Good. Take, for example, research, plural noun, conducted by the Chinese government. There's only one. That indicates that children with regular habits in joining team sports or in participating in team sports have more friends in school than those without. Okay. As a consequence, participating in team sports, which aids children to interact with peers and work as a team, offers an alternative for children to gain different abilities other than learning from books. Excellent. Fantastic. Fantastic first essay paragraphs. These are really good. Single argument, beginning to end, crystal clear, cohesive arguments, good vocabulary, and clear arguments, good vocabulary, excellent lexical resource, and hardly any grammar mistakes. We do have to pay attention to articles and prepositions, but that's standard. That's standard, and we can work on that together. To conclude, from the examples and arguments given, I strongly believe children should be encouraged to join other activities apart from merely learning from printed sources. Good. Merely. Well done there. Very sophisticated word there. In the future, it is foreseeable that people who possess multiple skill sets can be better adapted to rapid changes in the society. Wonderful. Great work there. Very impressed, James. See you next one. In modern society, some people believe family members have fewer opportunities to interact with each other. Firmly agree with this idea. Okay. So this is empty. Okay. I would actually just delete this. The reason why I firmly agree with this idea, the reason why I deleted it is because you could put that in any essay in the world. Examiners know this, and they won't mark it, okay? Because it's like a copy-paste sentence. So just delete it and use something similar, maybe in the conclusion, which I'll mention later. This essay will use examples from research conducted by HK Family Association and a recent study by The Economist to support points and arguments. Good. Clear, to the point. It's not verbose. It's succinct. It's concise. I think we're going to do well together. James. Firstly, the time spent with family members has been on a decline since the advent of modern communication technologies such as instant messaging. Good. This is due to the fact that young generations can stay in touch with their family members without meeting them. For example, a recent study by HK Family Association shows that the average time spent staying together with family has decreased by 15% since 2010. Therefore, if we can replace our contact time with family by mobile phones, therefore, if we can replace our physical contact time with the family by mobile phone time, it is likely to offer excuses to meet their family. I don't understand. Therefore, if we can replace our contact time with the family by mobile phone time, it is likely to offer excuses to meet their family face to face. I'm really sorry, I don't get that last bit. Really sorry there. I don't. Okay. Lots of incoherences here, I'm sorry. So we're saying that family time has been decreased due to modern technology such as IM. Okay. Okay, so this is due to the fact that we're using phones instead. Your example supports this, that physical time together has been reduced. So I think your better conclusion would be, therefore, as a result of modern technology, physical time spent with the family has been replaced by virtual time through mobile phone platforms such as WhatsApp, Skype, Google Hangouts, whatever. Full stop. Okay? Yeah, I think that would have been the logical conclusion of that paragraph, because if we can replace our contact time, we're kind of like hypothesizing at the end. We don't really want to do that. We want to be concluding. Secondly, there are fewer common grounds between generations in the family. Hedging. Review the advanced chapters near the end of the course, okay, and you'll learn that we should be writing something like, secondly, it is often said that there are fewer common grounds between generations in the family. Modern society, which has been increasingly urbanized, has experienced a more rapid change in social norms and values. For instance, as The Economist indicated in a webinar on, an overwhelming majority of respondents in a survey claimed that they struggled in understanding thoughts of their parents. As a consequence, it becomes more difficult for different members in the family to find topics that are of mutual interest. Good. Be careful though, it's risky if we go for like a complex argument. We're not going to get points for the quality of our arguments, we'll get points for the quality that we express the argument, that we communicate the argument, yeah? So just try and bear that in mind when you're expressing yourself in your paragraphs, okay? Basic arguments are easier to communicate. To conclude, from examples and arguments outlined above, I agree with the claim that the level of communication between family members has been on a downward trend. Good. With a high degree of modernization and economic development, it is foreseeable that individuals will spend less time talking and listening to their families. Okay, good conclusion there. Rescued it. Fantastic work there. Very impressed, James. Your paragraphs are very coherent, especially this one. The lexical resource is fantastic. Do need to work on the grammar, okay? The articles and stuff, that's normal stuff, as I said before. So what I want you to do now is implement all the corrections you've heard. These essays, send me back the corrected essays, make a list of the mistakes, that's your like improvement list, okay? Then write me 2 new essays, answering the questions that I send you in this email. Write me the 2 new essays, and remember to check them with your improvement list, and then send it all together in one email, okay? You're doing really good, and I want you to carry on improving. Take care. Oh yeah, and be careful next time. Like, I'm guessing this is just like a software issue, because obviously we're not going to start. So I'm just guessing, but just to let you know how it looks once I'm reading it. Okay, have a good day, James.